Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 3 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter division, and the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are divide 3-digit numbers. Then we're going to start the chapter subtraction. The lessons are subtraction numbers up to 3 digits, subtraction input output tables up to 3 digits, and subtract numbers up to 3 digits word problems. So let's just start with the chapter division. That lesson is divide 3-digit numbers. So we are already working on the chapter division, right? That is the last lesson of the chapter division. You have to divide using long division method. So let's just do some of the examples. How do you divide 3-digit numbers? Okay, here it is. Here is the chapter division grade 3 math. The lesson is divide 3-digit numbers. Okay, let's start with the first example, that is 992 divided by 8, right? 992 divided by 8. Just look at the first digit, 9. 9 is greater than 8. We can divide, right? 8 times 1 is 8. 9 take away 8 is 1. 1 is less than 8, you cannot divide, so you need to bring the next digit down. Now we have 19. You have to count a table of 8 until 19, or the number that is less than 19. So 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24, so you can go for 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 take away 6 is 3. Now bring the next digit down. 8 times what number is 32? 8 times 4 is 32, so the correct option is 32, right? That means 124 it is. 124 times 8 is 992. Okay, so we can divide long 3-digit numbers by using long division method, right? Okay, the next one is 342 divided by 9. 342 divided by 9. Okay, so you have 34. You need to count the table of 9 until you get 34, or the number that is less than 34, right? So 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. So we can go for 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 14 take away 7 is 7. Now you have 7. 7 is less than 9. So you need to bring the next digit down. You need to count the table of 9 until 72. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 9 times 8 is 72. Right? That means 38 times 9 is 342. Right? 38 times 9 is 342. Option number B is the correct option. The correct option is 78. Why you can't see well? Just close everything and reopen. Everyone, can you see me? Can you see whiteboard? Okay, the next one is 216 divided by 4. Okay, so start with 4 and 2 is less than 4, right? So we need to make it 21. What do you mean by no? What's wrong with the view? Everything is fine. I have opened YouTube on my phone, don't worry. 4 times what number is 20? 1 4. You need to count a table of 4 until 21. So 4 times what number is 21? We can go for 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20, right? So 1 minus 0 is 1, 2 minus 2 is 0. Now here you have 1, here you have 4. 1 is less than 4, right? So you need to bring the next digit down and make it 16. Now you need to count the table of 4 until you get 16. So 4 times what number is 16? Very good. 4 times 4 is 16, right? So the correct option is 54. That means 54 times 4 is 216. 54 it is. Got it? Okay, the next one is 785 divided by 5. So let's just divide. 785 divided by 5. So here you have 7. 5 is less than 7. So we can go for 5 times 1 is 5, right? So 7 take away 5 is 2. Now bring the next digit down, that is 28. You have to count the table of 5 until 28. So we can go for 5 times 5 is 25. 8 take away 5 is 3. Now bring the next digit down. You have to count the table of 5 until 37. So which is the correct option? We can go for 5 times 7 is 35, right? So that means 785 divided by 5 is 157. The correct option is 157, right? Okay, the next one is 590 divided by 5. 590 divided by 5, right? Yes, hi Muhammad Khan. If you have any question, I can see your messages. You can just write down the question if you have. We can go for 5 times 1 is 5, right? And 5 take away 5 is 0. Now bring the next digit down. You have to count the table of 5 until 9. So 5 times. Yes, again we can go for 5 times 1 is 5, right? 9 minus 5 is 4. You need to bring 0 down. So you have to count 5 table of 5 until 40. So 5 times what number is 40? 5 times 8 is 40. And 14 take away 40. 40 take away 40 is 0. That means the correct option is 118, right? What do you mean by taking or adding? We are dividing and subtracting. You have to divide 308 by 2. Let's just divide using long division method. What you are confused, you can please ask the complete question. So here you have 3. 3 is less than 2. We can go for 2 times 1, right? 3 minus 2 is 1. Now bring the 0 down. You have 10. You have to count 2 until 10. So 2 times what number is 10? 2 times 5 is 10, right? You have another digit, bring down and count the table of 2 until 8. So 2 times 4 is 8. The correct option is 8, right? That means 152 times 2 equals 308. The correct option is 154, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session. That would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? Okay, let me just move on to the next lesson. So we're going to start the new chapter. That is subtraction. Okay, here it is. Let's just start with the chapter subtraction. Okay, the next first lesson is subtract numbers up to 3 digits. So we already know how to subtract, right? Subtraction means taking away a specific number from the other one. Just look at the first example, 214 minus 22. Okay, start with the rightmost digit, that is at the ones position. So you have to do 4 take away 2. 4 take away 2 is 4 take away 2 is 2, right? Okay, so you cannot divide 1 out of 2 because 1 is less than 2. You cannot divide a smaller number out of the greater one. You always divide a greater number out of the smaller one. So you need to borrow 1. When you borrow 1, that makes 11 here. Here you are left with 1. 11 minus 2 is, so 11 minus 2 is 9, and you can write 1 as it is. So 214 minus 22 equals 192. So the correct option is 192, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, 872 minus 50 equals, which is the correct option? Okay, so 2 take away 0 is, wow. What? Please write a complete question. I don't know what you are asking about. How? What do you mean by how? What are you asking about? Okay, so start with the rightmost digit, right? Very good. That is 8. 2 take away 0 is, 2 take away 0 is 2. 7 take away 5 is 2. And you have to write 8 as it is. So that would be 800 and very good, 22. The correct option is option number 1. No, we are not carrying, we are borrowing. We do carry in addition. Here we are borrowing. You cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, right? You always subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, right? For example, you cannot subtract 2 out of 7. How? You always do 7 minus 2, right? So when you cannot subtract 1 out of 2. This way you have to borrow 1. Got it? When you borrowed 1 from here, 1 and 1 makes 11. And you're left with 1 here. 11 minus 2 is, you can make 11 lines, remove 2. So 11 take away 9 is, 11 take away 2 is 9. Got it? Got it? Okay, so Okay, 395 minus 77, which is the correct option? Okay, now let's just look again. You have the rightmost digit. The ones is 5 minus 7. You cannot subtract 5 out of 7, right? Because 5 is smaller number, 7 is greater. So you need to borrow 1. When you borrow 1, that makes 15 here. And here you are left with 8. Got it? So 15 minus 7 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1 and you have 3. So the correct option is 318. Got it? Okay, the next one is 201 minus 85. So which is the correct option? How do you subtract? Again, you cannot subtract 1 out of 5, right? You need to borrow 1, but the other side you have 0. So you need to buy from the hundreds digit, right? So that is 11 minus 6. You borrow 1 from here. Hold on. You cannot subtract 1 out of 5. You need to borrow 1 from here, but here you already have 0. So you can make 1 here. The one you borrowed makes 10 here. You borrow 1 from here, so that makes 11 here. Here you have 9. So 11 take away 5 is 11 take away 5 is 4, 9 take away 8 is 1 and 1. Sorry, 11 take away 5 is 6. So that is 116. The correct option is 116. Got it? Okay, the next one is 572 minus 20. So which is the correct option? How do you subtract? Which is the correct option? 572 minus 20, which is the correct option? Very good. That is 552. Okay, the next one is 929 minus 81, which is the correct option? The correct option is 848, right? The correct option is 848. Very good. Okay, the next one is 997 minus 57, which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? The correct option is 940. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is 498 minus 65. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 433 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is subtraction input output tables up to 3 digits, right? So the input output tables are exactly the same like we did in with addition. You are given the rule, you just have to apply the rule and you have to find the output. You have to apply the rule on each input value to calculate the output value. Just look at the first example. Complete the table, subtract 100. So basically that means you have to subtract 100 from each input value to calculate the output value, right? You have to do 826 minus 100. So the output in the first one is 726 it is, right? Then 902 minus 100 equal 802. Then 530 minus 100 is 438. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, complete the table. So you have to add 100, right? You have to add 100 to each input value to calculate their output values. So which is the correct option? Which option is the correct one? Basically, you have to add 100 to each input value to calculate the output value. So which is the correct option? What do you mean by your mom? Whose mom? Yes, that is 162, 309, 852. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good, everyone. Okay, the next one is complete the table at 100, which is the correct option. So, what is your mummy saying? Add 100, which is the correct option. Okay, option 1 is the correct option. How? You have 808. 808 plus 100 is 908. Then 871. No, not the first one. Just look at the answers carefully. Then you have 871. When you add 100 to 871, the answer is 971, right? Then 281 and add 100, that would be 381. So option is the second one, that are 908, 971, 381. Option 1 is not the correct one. Where is 905? You have 908 it is. Just be careful while selecting the options, right? Okay, the next one is complete the table, add 100. So which is the correct option? You have to add 100 to each input value to calculate the output value. So which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, that is option number 1. Right, when you add 100, that would be 741, 241 and 360. So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, complete the table, subtract 100. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is 862, 811, and 742. Option 1 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, complete the table. Which is the correct option? You have to subtract 100. So, which option is the correct one? What do you mean? How do we do that? You have to subtract 100 from each input value and you need to calculate their output value like this. Let me just do this one. You have 692, 629 as input value, and the rule is you have to subtract 100. So just subtract 100 out of 629, right? When you subtract any number from 0, answer is exactly the same number, right? Just do 6 minus 1, that is 529. So here you have 529. Then you have 560, 560 minus 100 equals. Why you can't hear? Please fix your microphone, everyone can hear me. That is 460. Then you have 157 minus 100, that is 57. So option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is complete the table. You have to subtract 100. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, right? 847, 23 and 253 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is complete the table. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option. 59, 189 and 710. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, the next one is complete the table. Subtract 100. So which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is subtract numbers up to 3 digits. Word problems. So let's just start with the word problems. You have to subtract 3-digit numbers. Okay, there were a total of 617 tadpoles in a pond one afternoon. Connor caught 20 tadpoles from the pond and took them home. How many tadpoles were left in the pond? So, which is the correct option? Basically, the total ponds were 617. 20 of the tadpoles Connor caught from the. Now you need to count the ones that are left. So, obviously, you have to subtract 20 out of 617, right? So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 597. Let's just start with the correct test questions. Okay, Ron wrote a total of 334 songs in his career. Of the songs, 77 were popular. How many songs did Ron write that were not popular? So you have to subtract 77 out of 334. So which is the correct option? So 334 minus 77 equals. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, the correct option is 257. Okay, the next one is Sean just started working at a French restaurant. Last week, he polished a combined total of 395 small and large glasses. If Sean polished 45 small glasses, how many large glasses did he polish? So, which is the correct option? You have to do 395 minus 45. So, which is the correct option? So, 395 minus 45 equals. Very good. The correct option is 350. Right? Option 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is a large company is hosting a conference. So far, a total of 973 people have signed up, including 11 from the United States. How many people did from other companies have signed up? So, which is the correct option? 973 minus 11 equals. Very good. The correct option is 962, right? 9962. How 862? You have to subtract a two-digit number. A treasure hunter discovered a buried treasure chest filled with a total of 571 gems. 38 of the gems were diamonds and the rest of them were rubies. How many of the gems were rubies, which is the correct option? So you have to do 571 minus 38. So which is the correct option? 533. Yes, it is 533. The correct option is 533, right? Okay, the next one is Abraham is a school janitor. Last week, he picked up a total of 763 pieces of trash. If he picked up 81 pieces of trash in the classroom, how many pieces of trash did Abraham pick up from outside the classroom? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 763 minus 81. So, which is the correct option? 763 minus 81 equals, very good, it is 682, right? Okay, on an island there are a total of 799 horses. There are 83 tame horses. How many wild horses are on the island? So, which is the correct option? You have to calculate the wild horses. You have to subtract 799 minus 83. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 716, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we're working on grade 3 math. Chapter we're working on is we've started with the chapter division. The lesson we have covered is divide three digit numbers. Then we have started the chapter subtraction. The lessons we have covered from the chapter are subtract numbers up to three digits, subtraction input output tables up to three digits, and subtract numbers up to three digit word problems, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. That's your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that will be from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions. No questions? What do you mean by so loud?